Good morning, Zio here, and today we'll be taking a look at V1 Interactive. If you don't know who they are, don't worry, you're not alone, because neither did I until I heard the news. So, go ahead and grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? Sorry that transition took a little bit for me to hit a button. So I was busy messing around with this thing over here. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed or followed or anything like that, go ahead and do so now. We talk about nerd news, occasionally play video games, and right now I am uploading Minecraft stuff, strangely enough. Me playing Minecraft. Anyway, I also shaved, in case anybody was curious to know if I look different or not. But yeah, anyway. V1 Interactive. If you haven't heard about them, don't worry. You're not the only one. I didn't even know they exist. However, they did recently publish a game last year, and the news, unfortunately, is not good. They're closing up shop, essentially. But, yeah. So, apparently, V1 Interactive is shutting down. They have apparently done one game, which is Disintegration, which, totally honest, looking at the trailers and stuff, looks kind of good. I'm not going to lie. I kind of think it looks nice. But essentially, it is a game that combines sort of a first-person shooter, FPS style, stuff like that, and strategy into sort of this mishmash of issuing orders while also taking the helm and doing things and all this other stuff. And the story itself honestly seems like it's a pretty good plot. I kind of like it. Essentially, what has happened is the Earth is going through a very, very bad period due to global warming or climate change, a loss of natural resources, and all this other stuff. And humanity has decided that they were going to start integrating themselves into mechanized skeletons, essentially sticking the brain into a robot. And, kind of, I guess, Ghost in the Shell style. Anyway, point is, there are people out there who apparently do not want to integrate into these sort of things, and a group out there with a lot of power has decided that if you do not integrate willingly, they will integrate you unwillingly and force you into it. And if we know anything about people, especially those here in the US, we like our freedom. We rebel against forced anything for the most part. So yeah, that seems to be what's happening, as you are taking on the part of a guy who has integrated but has joined a rebel alliance of sorts, or maybe he was forced into integration. I haven't played the game, so I don't know the story specifically, and that's just what they give you in the booklet kind of deal of what's going on. So for all I know, this guy probably might have been forced into his integration, and he's been part of the rebellion ever since or something. But it sounds like an amazing premise for a fun game. That there, I believe, is the main character, the guy that you're taking charge of. But yeah, it looks good, and it came out last year. Like, seriously, this thing just launched. The studio's been around for about 5 years, and it's now closing up shop. So I had to figure out who the heck these people are. But yeah, you can get it right now on Steam for about $30. However, it had a multiplayer component and an in-game store, which both have been shut down. They were already shut down before the closure of the studio itself, so it's only a single-player campaign now. But to be totally honest, if it's still up and I get some money, I might actually play this. Get it and play the single player, because it sounds like it would be a fun game to play, to be totally honest. Anyway, but apparently the game launched with severely mixed reviews everywhere. I mean, heck, we can just go back to Steam here, and it says the reviews are mixed out of 146. Apparently there was also a lack of marketing for this game. I didn't know it existed until I saw the news that what was it? V1 Interactive. I can't even remember their name, to be totally honest. I'm sorry, but V1 Interactive had was essentially closing up shop, and I was like, "Who the heck is V1 Interactive?" So I went looking, and this is the only thing they've done. But yeah, it is sort of a mixed bag reviews for both the critics, which we normally don't focus on at all, and the user. And the user is the one you want to look at, and that. So yeah, there seems to be some issues there. Although there's not a whole lot in the way of user reviews. I mean, this is 27 ratings here, and no wonder, because nobody knows this thing exists. But yeah, so we went ahead and we took a look at Disintegration real quick to see what exactly this was. It launched for PC, PS4, Xbox One. Of course, that is kind of at the end of the life cycle of those systems, as the Xbox 5 and the PS4 Series X, PS4, PS5 Series X. Wow. Oh gosh, I'm gonna die. The Xbox Series X and the PS5 had came out at the tail end of 2020, and of course they are hard to find still because scalpers suck. But this game came out at the end of essentially the life cycle of the PS4 and the Xbox One, and it shouldn't really affect the PC side, but they didn't market this game apparently. It was published by Private Division, and of course, who is Private Division, you ask? Well, Private Division is a subsidiary of Take-Two Interactive. It is the third studio, right behind Rockstar and 2K, and they're the ones who went through and published it. So it is a Take-Two thing. I don't know who was supposed to be handling the budgeting of marketing or anything like that. But yeah, they've informed everyone that they are officially closing, which really sucks, because there was some decent talent behind there. I think it was co-founded by one of the guys on Halo, if I remember correctly. So, actually, this will tell me that if I was to read again and remember that. But yeah, somebody who was working on Halo was involved in all this, which was cool. But yeah, the hook forward, of course, is a combination of first-person shooters and real-time strategy. But apparently, Disintegration, it came out in 2020 with mixed reviews. And it was apparently 3 days before the debut of The Last of Us Part 2, and we know how that completely consumed the news cycle for weeks on end because of how things were being handled there. And heck, it was consuming the news cycle before it even launched due to the leaks that had happened as well. So no wonder nobody heard of this game. If you heard about it, though, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to know if you played it and enjoyed it and what you thought of it. But seriously, I never even saw anything about this, didn't hear anything about it. But yeah, 3 months later, V1 announced that the game unfortunately struggled to build a significant audience, and in an unusual move began to remove Disintegration's in-game store and multiplayer modes. The game's single-player campaign remains for sale on digital storefronts, and that's it. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say about this. It looked promising. From what I can see, from what I've looked at here, it seemed pretty promising, to be totally honest. And for V1 to just close up shop after this is disheartening to see, of course. It does happen. This game, I would assume, considering they were open for 5 years, took about a 4-year or so, development cycle. And, with the lack of marketing, nobody knowing that it exists, so nobody goes and plays the thing. This is just how it goes, unfortunately. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya!
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.